Hey guys, what's going on? Nathan here, and welcome back to another Wi-Fi battle. Today we are playing another free battle, which is 3 Pokemon each, just because I prefer doing them at the moment, because it's easier, you know, not easier, but it's less stress, and it's more, you know, fun I sometimes to watch for more amateur players. And this is the team we're up against. That was a bit fast, I'm sorry. But anyway, the team we're running our 3 Pokemon today are Garchomp, Greninja, and also our Mega, which is Metagross. His team in general, all 6 are pretty strong. You've got your Gengar, your Aegislash, your Blaziken, Fletching something, Ferrothorn, and Garchomp. I mainly tried to get, I definitely went with Garchomp because of the fire super effectiveness. I went with Greninja because he had the protein ability, and I also went with my Metagross just because it's a general good attacker, and also with the Mega Form could do some serious damage. So starting off, he sent Ferrothorn, and this is really annoying because I was actually going to start with Garchomp because of the Fire Blast, obviously, but I went with Greninja just because of the protein ability. But then, obviously, I really hate Ferrothorn because it's one of those annoying types, Grass and Steel. So what I actually did is, which you're going to find out in a minute because I've actually forgotten, even though I've just recorded this, is I'm pretty sure I went with Hydro Pump. Yes, I did. I'm pretty sure I went with Hydro Pump when I actually made my mind up. Oh no, I didn't go with Hydro Pump. Oh my god. I didn't actually switch out to Garchomp because I wanted to get this, and he didn't switch out, which I guess he wasn't expecting. And you could argue that's one of the best moves of the game because he went with Thunder Wave. So it means if I did do Hydro Pump and then swapped out, I would have got Greninja probably most likely paralysed. So that was a nice switch out. But he then switches out and he sends in Gengar, which actually turns out to be obviously Mega Gengar later on. And I do Fire Blast, and even though it's not super effective, it was a good stab move to an extent, but you could definitely tell there that this Gengar is definitely EV trained and probably even IV, some good IVs in this Pokemon. So I thought, well, I'll stick in because I find it's sometimes too risky to switch out. So what I did is I went with a Dragon Claw because again I thought that would be a nice kind of physical attack move. And he went with Will-O-Wisp, which is one of his moves. Initially you think so what, but then that does come back to haunt me, especially when I need some final minute moves. And I kind of thought at this stage, okay, now I'm burned, I don't want to risk getting another, like, he might expect me now to switch out and he'll do Will-O-Wisp, so I have 2 Pokemon burnt. I thought I'd stay in because as you see there, his health really isn't that much, but then weirdly enough, he decides to Mega Evolve, which he could have done right at the beginning. And this is when obviously it caused some problems because with that Mega Form he gains a massive amount of speed. And he goes with Shadow Ball, which again stabbed, but as you can see, did some significant damage, and that's when, with him outspeeding me now, and with the burn, does a lot. And this is when I was getting a bit annoyed, because as you can see here, one more hit and you'd be dead, but now he's Mega Evolved, and especially with the burn, we were dead. So I thought we may as well stay in, there's no point risking another Pokemon's health. So what you're seeing now is basically I went with Outrage instead, and that's when he actually switched to the Ferrothorn. So this is why I've split this bit up, because literally it's just general like non-effectiveness move play, and then eventually he used Power Whip to knock out my Garchomp. So I just sped that up for you guys. So this is when I thought, well, I actually have no effectiveness now, so what I'll do is I'll send out Greninja, and this is probably another bad move, but it was just so annoying. I should have really thought my moveset out a bit more, but I went with Greninja because I thought, well, with the protein ability I can probably take that to my advantage in a way. Because I hate dual type Pokemon like this, you know, Grass and Steel, they're just really annoying ones to get your head round. You know, and I think just for a casual player it's an annoying one to take on, especially Steel, because it's such an annoying type, even though I did beat Steven, but I guess this is a whole different experience. So I went with Hydro Pump because I thought with the Steel, that's why I get confused, because I thought as it's Steel it would be Stab, but as it's Grass it wasn't effective, so it gets me a bit confused there. And obviously I didn't change I changed my type to Water, which I already was, and he went with the Thunder Wave, which obviously paralysed me, but in all fairness that actually doesn't affect me that much in terms of what actually happens. So I thought then, okay, well, if Hydro Pump was non-effective, that means it must have been against the Grass. So what I'll do now is I'll do the Ice Beam, because that should at least be Stab, because if you think about it, if it's effective against Grass and not against Steel, then it must be Stab. So that obviously changed my ability to Ice. I actually can't remember, is this super effective? I think, is it? Yeah, okay, yeah, it was Stab. And it did a good amount of damage, and you know, the Life Orb does help, but he obviously went with Power Whip, which wasn't super effective now because I was Ice, but because my Greninja is, you know, trained in attack and speed, its defense is quite poor. And obviously me holding the Life Orb doesn't help in this situation, maybe I need to change it in a way. So I was going to do the Ice Beam, then he went Protect, which again, I definitely give him, you know, respect in this way. It was a good move play, because it means with the, you know, with like this, for example, with the leftovers while he protects himself, he still gets that health boost. So for example, now if I'm paralysed, he could just do, oh there we go, he could just do another protect maybe or something like that, or get a free move out and still heal himself. Went with the Ice Beam though, he didn't do anything else like that, and luckily, I think that's 4 moves in a row Greninja managed to withdraw, endure, which was great. But as you can see, he still didn't die, it was so annoying, and that's when the power whip came to knock Greninja out. So, although you could argue this battle wasn't all the best, like, there is a revelation, guys, there's a revelation, but I kind of still want to upload it, because I feel like I don't, want to strive to get the perfect footage, which is like a rare occurrence. I just want to upload what I record, I want, commentating over it is hopefully letting you guys learn some things, why I went wrong. Hopefully you guys can most likely, what I hope to see is you guys say, you know what, you shouldn't have done that, or you need a Pokemon for this ability, so we support each other and things like that. So my final Pokemon I went with was obviously my Mega. I like saving this till the last in general because it's obviously strength, and in terms of weaknesses there's very little. Well, actually there's a lot. He's been nerfed in Gen 5 or Gen 6. And again, because I don't think Psychic hits still, I really can't remember, but I went with Meteor Mash. It wasn't obviously effective, but with the stab move and with the attack it obviously would have knocked him out. And at least I got one of them, but then his stupid ability Iron Barbs knocked some damage which I didn't need on my last Pokemon. So now it was 2-1 down to him, and he comes out with his Mega Gengar again, which was actually on red health. So this is when I thought, oh my god, I actually have a chance, because essentially if I can at least endure an attack, which couldn't be that bad, or at least outspeed him, it's one-on-one. But as you can see here, what you're going to see now, it didn't actually turn out that way. And I was curious if Zen Headbutt Psychic-wise worked, but then he used Destiny Bond. And I actually don't understand this. I know that the move, it said it hopes to take this attacker down, but I'm not sure if it's based on a formula, which is on a percentage, but every time a Pokemon, whether it's been NPC or Wi-Fi, has used this, I've always been fainted. So I don't know why, but if that didn't happen, I would have done it, but I guess he fought that well. My metagross fainted, and I lost the battle, but I wanted to upload it anyway because I think it was still a good gameplay in terms of, well, it was just interesting to see, I suppose, and yeah, he won that. We won the first battle though, so it's 1-1 at the moment. Hopefully I can take on the next one and win. But if you enjoyed this episode, guys, ratings much appreciated. Comment on some improvements so I can improve my Wi-Fi battling, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you for watching.